Think of yourself in your coaching or whatever you do as a tiny, tiny stone. And even though you think, I am so insignificant, this is so insignificant because it's just a tiny stone in a sea of stones, as soon as you throw it into the water and you skip it, it creates a ripple effect in the water. This is something that I think comes up with basically every person that I coach, and not even that, but it also comes up for me as well. And it's very unspoken. So you know how imposter syndrome is something that people don't always acknowledge when it comes to their business or how they're feeling. And with that can come a lot of shame, because we feel like if we feel like an imposter, we must be doing something wrong, right? So feeling like an imposter can really bring a lot of negative feelings in terms of just, I should know what I'm doing. I should know how to be an entrepreneur. I should know how to run my business. I should know what stuff to talk about when I go live, all that stuff. So, and imposter syndrome, again, is something that's very unspoken. You know what I mean? It's something that is like, okay, I'm feeling this way, but a lot of people can be afraid to talk about it, because if they do, they're afraid that someone's going to see that and be like, oh, this person doesn't know what they're doing, because they think that they don't know what they're doing. And that's never the case. I think 70% of people experience imposter syndrome in their lives and in their careers. And it can be because of myriad of things. The whole point that I wanted to jump on and really just give you guys a little bit of a pep talk around this is because there's a very unspoken thing that a lot of us online entrepreneurs have, and that is feeling like our work is unimportant or unnecessary. Feeling like, in terms of the collective, our work is not something that is honorable or something that is something to be proud of. For example, I work for the government full-time, and the job that I do is something that is really important to society as a whole. This was a part of the reason why I felt like, oh my God, the work that I do as a coach isn't important, because of the work that I do in my full-time job is very, very important to the collective. So I had some imposter syndrome around the fact that I didn't feel like the work I was doing as a coach was making an impact in the greater scheme of things in terms of the collective consciousness. But what I realized was, when I can positively impact one person, they are carrying that into their lives, into their businesses, into whatever they're doing next, into the next client that they have. Every time I have a call with a client and they realize something new about themselves, or they figure out a solution to something, I am passing on that knowledge, that expertise that they can then use moving forward, either with their own clients or even in their life. Let's say you are a health and wellness coach. You can consciously see, okay, yeah, I'm helping somebody get fit or get healthier or whatever. But what you don't realize is you are cultivating something deeper than just a healthier, more fit type of body. You are cultivating that satisfaction and happiness within that person, and they are then carrying that into their relationships, into the rest of their lives. And it's kind of like experiencing a ripple effect. So you are creating a ripple effect. So think of yourself in your coaching or whatever you do as a tiny, tiny stone. And even though you think, I am so insignificant, this is so insignificant because it's just a tiny stone in a sea of stones, as soon as you throw it into the water and you skip it, it creates a ripple effect in the water, and it creates a movement that will then move other parts of the water. And that's how you really need to see yourself. And you also need to see that your impact is impacting somebody, even if it's just one person. So what if you focused on that one person who you can change, instead of trying to think so grand scheme of things?